Peace and pugilism. What up, what up, what up? What is happening?
From the east, at least I catch a buzz before I hit my block. I take to make it hit from the good shit. Lollipop, mind the hop, so I can put the hip and the grip. Everybody slips so I can take the trip. Send the hip, dig the deep, a whole microphone control with soul. Look at my hot eyes, how could you be cold? I'm coming to you from the underground. Wait to understand. Number one question, yo, how can I be down? When I tell you, bring your lighter and roll your finger. Back up on your lighter so you see the fire finger. From left to right, then front to back. Verbal, letters give the mic contact. React whenever I keep the head scoping. Don't front, you know I got you. Don't front, you know I got you. Original heavy, original crooks. Don't front, you know I got you. Check my dialect from my diaphragm. Don't front, you know I got you open. It's the original heads me in the original crooks. Don't front, you know I got you open. Check the dialect from my diaphragm. My man.
Yeah.
Streets at night, like
looking for the right one,
baby. If it's payday, I'm at your doorstep. I never sweat in the F. Nowadays, cause my rep is known for the tricks that is rain like toys in the cipher with my boys. We be getting busy, record shop and drop the top and make the scenes pop. From the live that sparked last night in the dark. I be dedicated to the moon cause it's black. Resurrect, come back. Tell me about the other side tracks. Now we going back to who got the props. When I blew up the spot last year on the box. Pressure to come back with another fat single. Not too underground to make it stop when you mingle. We'll bust it. Pay attention to the third verse and I'ma
take you to another level first. Yeah, don't front. You know I got you open. It's the original has me in the original crooks.
You know I got you open and you're sweating. Even number one DJ. Don't front. You know I got you open. It's the original has me in the original crooks. Don't front. You know I got you open and you're sweating. Even number one DJ. First of all, listen, I'm the ignorant. When you see me at a show, you
Better prepare for the flow right away. Yeah, they got the. I know y'all gonna do it. Y'all gonna have the joint on tonight. Peace and pugilism, boxing sauce. The shadow band gonna be hard on tonight. It's all good. I got it on various different platforms. I'm definitely sharing it in the UK. Boxing groups. YouTube. Oh, Canelo. Oh, Billy Joe. Don't front. You know I got you open. Yeah. Duck down. Ha-ha. You know I got you open. It's the original, that's me. Peace and pugilism. Blue, raw, and unfiltered. Tonight, baby. Coming to get you out, kid. And we out. No doubt. What they got? Well, all right. So, hold up. I'll do it one more time.
Work with me.
One more time.
I want to thank y'all for coming out tonight.
No doubt.
Some real shit.
Sight Bud, what's up? First things first.
When a nigga money ain't right, that makes things worse. Now he's just breathing, can barely manage.
I'ma kiss y'all with the new shit.
Right hand man is up north, that's hurting him. His cell phone about to cut off, spread jerking him. And his baby mom starting to do a thing again. She left him for a nigga pumping E up in Binghamton. If his money was right, maybe he could diss her, but he can't. And niggas breaking his little sister. His pops just passed. His mom used to be an occasional sniffing, and she started fucking with the glass.
Oh y'all, they're gonna hate me for this one. I'm still, and I'm not gonna let all the cat out the bag. The industry gonna hate me for this. I'm sorry. But boxing cannot survive with cover-ups. Play the sideline. That's right. What's up? It's been a minute, man. You ain't changed your name. J Blues Radio, what's up? Up in the business. T-Town Freestyle, lock in. They changed the name up. What's up? Sight Bud, I'm about to clear him out. They're gonna shadow ban me even harder after that. I'm not even gonna say everything. I'm just throw a little hint. The truth gonna follow the champ. Can boxing survive? Let me get the light on. When I come through, clear it out. Oh, that's right. We're gonna give a run. Saunders will be victorious. Saunders will be victorious in the ring, at least.
earn here, just give it. Just make sure you mention my name in the top brackets. Make sure they mention
And
your
it's
name
many, many reasons why.
Trust me, this go around, I will not have it. I'm putting niggas' heads to bed like Craftmatics. How you think your man died? More money than respect, and it wasn't close.
Let me go ahead and put the link up. But I'm only going to let 3 at a time. Well, 4.
Just play the sideline and observe and watch me. Let's go. When I come through, clear it out. Play the sideline and observe.
Well, not a whole lot lately. You got your own label? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You need beats? You need some beats? If you got all the beats covered, it's all great. Locked on. Don't front. You know I got you open. Now we play A. From the Don't Front, I got you open. I have to play one more joint. I got to play one more joint. You know what I'm saying? I got to play one more, and I'm going to chime in. This show is only going to be an hour max. Ladies get respect in the house. Ladies get all love. When it goes with the butterboo, you know how it do. Bahamadia, the greatest female rapper of all time. I'm sorry, MC. Philadelphia in the house. Phone 5, I use imagination like Corn Soul. Lost One, what's up? I give Billy a hell of a shot. I favor Billy to win. Yes. After midnights on the weekend. Oh, you remember he's bigger, more agile, and will have more in the tank for the later rounds than Canelo. Especially if he presses Canelo. And make Canelo move. 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 You know Canelo don't like doing that shit. You know Canelo don't like move. Canelo don't like moving. He don't like moving too much. Look at the last 3 fights. That'll prove me right. Oh. Lost One. Peace out to Lost One in the house. I'm about to start cooking. Cosmic Abstract. The first out the limo with the nigga Charlie Mack. Westfield represent KD, where's it at? Cause we not hold up. That wasn't a song I was intending on rocking. Okay? That wasn't the song. That wasn't the song I intended on rocking. Move. Kill the dance. Move. Back in the freaking 90s. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold up. Gotta go. I gotta go. They can't get me. They can't get me with this one. I gotta go to where I meant to go to. Okay, and then I'm going, and this is the last one. It's all on the I'm about to get buck on these motherfuckers tonight. The industry gonna hate me. Buck Sam! Call me Buck Magnus. Buck boxing in this bitch. Buck boxing tonight. That's what we done. I'm bucking boxing. Buck boxing talk.
coming on the block, trying
Yeah.
to rock knots. Pigs be acting like they bigger than us niggas from the streets, cause we stalk mad deep and then walk beats. I guess them on the grudge, cause I won't budge, playing tough, staring down the judge with my hands cuffed. Standing there with my left
Buck
hand
boxing
and
talk
my
tonight.
dirty hand. Now I'm up out of here.
I know. Just hold on. Let me. I'm a. Here's a hint. Here's a hint. Since y'all holding, since y'all waiting, I might as well just go ahead. I want y'all to look at that. I want y'all to look at that. They're gonna hate me tonight. That's 2018. They're gonna hate me tonight. Oh, they're gonna hate me tonight. Yeah, IBFP, you better want to get on this panel. They're gonna hate me tonight. Oh shit, that's 2018. Before. Canelo, I didn't let off the gas. You see that? I ain't let off the gas. I didn't let off the gas. Look at that picture right there. Do I need to black it out so you can really see it really good? Yeah, look at that pic real good. See how defined that muscle is? You see how defined that muscle is right there? You see them legs right there? Do you see them legs right there? Yeah. That's what Canelo was running. That's when Canelo was running. In our day right now, 2021, I don't think Canelo's doing much running. Do you? Oh, you do? All right, well, you show me where. Those legs look a whole lot different, don't they? Those legs look a whole lot different. Oh boy. Oh boy. Versus a mobile Billy Joe Saunders that like to dance, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Let's look at it again. That's 2018 legs. See the definition? Yeah, I know. Y'all want to check out already. I know the truth fucking hurts. See them legs? Look at them. Here they are now. So, not just the legs. Look at the entire leg. All right, look at the entire legs. Okay? Look at Canelo's legs. Arrow at the left knee. The left leg, specifically. Look at the leg. Do you see him? 3 years ago? Do you see them? Look at them today. (2018) 2021, just of last week. Look at the right leg and look how slimmer. Now, you could say the camera angle, but no. Look at the left leg. Now, I'm not going to say what I know for a fact, believe to be a fact, I should say. Believe to be a fact. I'm going to let you add 2 or 2 all till you get together. I'm going to let you put 2 or 2 together for yourself. Now, that's the legs at 160. Okay? To be fair, this is the legs moving up in weight at 168. Nor does he look fit in the upper body. Y'all tell me what you think. No, it's not a conspiracy when you see pictures, Edward Stevens. It's not a conspiracy when there is pictures in front of you. Pictures that has not been photoshopped. You see that you see them legs of a Canelo that could run in 2018 before, of course, the 2 knee surgeries we know that he had, because the first surgery he had to remove the cyst. We know of that. Now, 2021. Tell me the last time you seen Canelo run. Pictures of him jogging or running in the last 3 fights. I'm sure they recording all the time. I haven't seen them. And if I'm wrong, please show them. This is all I have to do for the next freaking 40 minutes, if necessary. That's all I have to show you. That's it. 2018, 2021, 2018, 2021. Y'all look at them. I do not know. Was that before the secret recipe in this taco came out? Hey, man, Canelo, that was by accident. It was tainted meat. It was tainted meat. Edward Stevens, I'm not playing the semantic game with you. For everybody who watches this video, who's going to see what they see. Okay? Everybody who's watching the video going to see what they see. This is why Billy Joe Saunders is a bad matchup. This is why in 2018, Canelo on record said, we do not like Billy Joe Saunders' style, right? Did Canelo not say that? Edward Stevens, was that a conspiracy? In 2018, after the first knee injury? You see them knees? You know what? I'm gonna make the picture bigger for you. If I could. But I'll make sure next live I will have a bigger picture. Because we got 2 months to chime in on this. You see the knees before. You see the definition in the calf muscle, in the my apologies, the delts, right? See how more healthy the knees look. Look at the knees today. Canelo Alvarez is not running. I believe you don't have to. You know, even the Bible said in various times, in various scriptures, they have eyes, yet they do not see. So I don't blame you if you do not see what I see, because the Bible described most of you. But the Bible did not describe me, because I have eyes and I choose to use them. Canelo Alvarez cannot run. Sorry I had to drop it on you guys like this. But I've known this, of course, for quite some time, and I've been hush-hush. But I'm just letting you know why I'm picking Billy Joe Saunders to win. Canelo cannot avoid this fight anymore, any longer. And who is man? I don't know your name, and put up a face if you want to get on here. Put your face up, homie. Who is that? All right. Oh, I know who this is. Oh, shit.
Come on, big man. What's going on, big man?
I let
Come
this
on,
white
bro.
motherfucker on here tonight.
Don't call me that, bro. Call me a white. I'm gonna call you a black motherfucker, bro.
You call
What's
me a what?
going on, bro?
You just
Just
call
call
me
me a
a black
white
motherfucker.
motherfucker, bro. You call me a white fucker, mother. What the fuck, bro? You talking shit, bro?
Did you just call me a black
Wow.
motherfucker? Bye, motherfucker. How about this? You are gone, motherfucker, on the show. You can laugh all you want, crusty. Get your crusty ass off my show. And I'm not going to even call you or whatever motherfucker back. I'm going to leave that at that. I've learned my lesson over the last 3 or 4 years. I've gained some fucking discipline. But you getting the fuck out of here. Period. Get your raggedy ass off my fucking show. I'm not going to even... Every time you come on here, you act like a goddamn fool, Krusty. Get out of here. I don't know. That's the dude from the UK. I think he actually is kind of cool. He's just a silly motherfucker. But I think he's actually kind of cool. Now let's again. Yes, we are really doing that. Has good upper body. He has great upper body movement. Yeah, he better develop it if his legs can't move. And I fail to believe about the great upper body movement because nobody has like really proven that. You know what I mean? Where was the great upper body movement versus Amir Khan, who was actually punching his head like a piñata? But I'll leave that there. You know? But hey, again, the that was today. That was 2018. Tell me you do not notice the difference. Tell me you do not notice the difference. And this is why Billy Joe will make Canelo roll. The motivation that we've always said he did not have, the inconsistencies in his performances, is all going to be wrapped up with this one fight. And I think Billy Joe knew the shit was coming. That's Pigeon Mike Tyson. Yeah, that's his fucking name. Oh, Bama. Come on here saying stupid shit. I'm a handsome black motherfucker. You if you said put the handsome in front of the black motherfucker, I wouldn't have got mad. You know what I'm saying? You had to put the handsome in front of the black motherfucker. But all brothers and sisters in the world are beautiful spirits and beautiful people. So that ain't on no conceited shit or no fucking vain shit. I don't even believe in the idea of beauty and ugly. And that's truthfully how I feel and always felt on my grandmother. Of course, that is a construct controlled by those who are in control, or idea, or image. But so I don't believe in beauty or ugly. But yeah, I'm a proud black motherfucker. And you know what? I'm going to be proud to be putting my money on Billy Joe Saunders. I am proud to tell you all I am betting on Billy Joe Saunders. Now, I'm going to bet on Canelo too. I ain't going to fucking lie to you guys. I'm going to bet on Canelo too. But not as much as I bet on Billy Joe. I'm betting 3 ways. I'm going to bet on a draw as well. I'm going to bet split decision for Canelo or majority. Win for Billy Joe some way, maybe a majority decision. And I'm betting on a draw. How much I bet on each one, I don't know. I got to wait to see how the odds come out. But yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm going with Billy Joe. Man, you're not coming back in here. Get your ass up out of here. You fucked up on the first go around. Wait for about 5-10 minutes, and then I'll let you off the hook. But Troy Graham, Troy Graham, get on the panel. Boxing Source, if you're here, get on the panel. Mr. Man, you don't make any content. So content creators only coming on this panel today. Because we really going to dig in this shit. So, and also the question I have for you all. Will Billy Joe Saunders save or prevent the downslide that British boxing has been in over the last few fights? Will Billy Joe Saunders save the slide? Because the UK fighters has been dropping. Can Billy Joe Saunders save the day for the UK? I think he can. Now, do I think Canelo can win this fight? I absolutely do. I'll be a fool to tell y'all I don't think Canelo Alvarez don't have a hell of a chance or is not possibly going to win this fight. I'm just going to call it 50-50. Peg leg Nello versus Billy Joe, a motivated Billy Joe, a highly motivated, a fight he's been waiting on for years, we all know. Since 2017, when he was trolling Canelo. He's been waiting on this fight for a long time, Billy Joe Saunders. And I got to think he's going to try to seize the moment. Because this is a legacy fight for him. This is a legacy forming fight for Billy Joe Saunders. The bigger fighter, the longer fighter, the better boxer of the two. I'm calling it 50-50 down the middle. Yeah, with politics involved. He isn't fighting like Canelo. Billy Joe just fought a few months back. What do you mean? He just fought a few months back. Why do people keep saying that when Billy Joe Saunders just fought? What? Didn't Billy Joe Saunders just fight 2 months ago? So what do you mean he hasn't fought? Canelo hasn't fought no, in my opinion, game opponents that is there to give true resistance, that is there to win. I don't believe Canelo has fought anyone like that since Golovkin. So, again, before after. See, I circled it for you guys, so you guys couldn't miss the point. Canelo didn't even train for that last fight, in my opinion. No. Canelo, unfortunately, and it's unfortunate for him because there's a lot of people who rely on Canelo Alvarez. He has a humongous family. He has a wife. He has kids. He has all of that. Okay? But boxing is drowning at the moment. And we cannot let a fighter who has a great name, who started a great legacy for himself, continue to milk the cow when he's not feeding the cow the proper fertilizer to be milked. And that cow is boxing right now. You have a cow, that is like running out of green pasture. This is boxing. That cow is boxing. It's running out of green pasture. Well, should I say the farmers ain't put, the cow, or should I say the calves, and the calves, in the area to get the food they need. Damn, that analogy is kind of fucked up. Okay, let me scratch that bullshit out. Okay, boxing is bleeding. Boxing is bleeding. And the Canelo Alvarez situation, the Canelo Alvarez issue over the last 3 fights, is causing boxing to bleed even more. Boxing cannot afford to do what it's been doing by protecting Canelo, the particular powers that are. You can't afford to do this. Boxing is getting a black eye every fucking chance it gets. Every chance it gets. And Canelo is a part of the problem right now. Bob Arum is a part of the problem right now. Salute to Triller. Maybe they may come in and fill in the void that top rank Bob Arum don't want to do. And that's help pay fighters better. But boxing is bleeding. And it needs some compression. It needs a gauze and compression on that motherfucker right now. And gauze and compression and some strapped up and all that shit, some staples, some stitches. It's not going to get it if they keep on playing along with what Canelo is doing in the boxing world right now. And what the camp is doing. Trying to hide the fact that my man is only on one leg. That leg is affecting the other leg. He cannot get into supreme condition to show the best Canelo Alvarez. Unfortunately, we will never see Canelo Alvarez at a true prime peak condition because he has a problematic knee. And because of that, he cannot train to reach the top conditioning he need to be to remain in the 160-pound division. That's why you see him fluctuate to 175. This is why you see him now settling at 168. He can't do the proper training and the road work necessary to maintain 160 at a supreme conditioning state. One of the reasons why you're going to see him gas out. One of the reasons why you're not going to see him fight mobile fighters. He can't do it. And it's unfortunate. And I'm not trying to shit on Canelo. But boxing can't afford this shit. It's unfortunate Canelo Alvarez's career cannot, in my opinion, reach the level, genuinely, authentically, truly reach the level that it perhaps could have been 2018, or should I say pre-knee injury, pre-knee problems. But this is the reality of the world right now. Again, the facts is there. 2018, conditioning, 160. Look at that picture well. 2021 at 30 years old or 31. Canelo Alvarez can't run. And it's unfortunate for him, with all the high hopes, all the money that was invested in him, that this may have to be the case. But this is like Keith Thurman in the elbow. That knee is going to be problematic forever, and you can see it through your own eyes. You can look at his legs. There is no more definition there. Okay? So I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But this is unfortunately what's going on. And I have some ideas where they could have used the issue with his knee to help build a heroic figure around him, a courageous, a valiant warrior. And they could have used this to their advantage, but they panicked. And they chose to cover this up and hide it to a point where the Mexican people are sick and tired of it. Or almost. Where you have the Mexican American that is well attached to the American boxing scene here in the country, that has been his protective net. But that's not going to, the walls are closing in on Canelo. And they're going to have to come out with this eventually. And y'all going to see it. Okay? Welcome Troy Graham to the panel, and welcome Boxing Source to the panel. What's going on, gentlemen?
Man, what's up, Myron? Boom. Okay. I'm listening to you, but I can't. I've been hearing so much negative about him, and I just don't see it.
This
Everybody
is not
knows.
about being, let me.
Hold on. Okay.
This ain't about being negative. This is not about being negative. This is unfortunately about an injury. Where you going, Troy? This is unfortunately about an injury that is hampering his career, hampering his ability to perform. And they're not being upfront and forthright about it. And I'm just saying it first. I'm just putting it out there, okay? And that's all this is about. But it's not about to be negative, me bashing him personally as a fighter or whatever. This is just a unfortunate situation.
Yeah, his knee's been messed up for years, Myron, but he still wins. He still wins, and he's still winning. So I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, he wins. But how he's winning, it is the problem.
He stopped the last couple of opponents he fought, right?
Okay, no, but when you have the boxing world, you have boxers themselves making certain comments that is questioning the legitimacy of many things, then I'm not making anything up, and Myron Magnus is not alone.
I got you, but I can tell you that most of these boxers are making these things up, but not as successful as him currently, are they?
No, man. It's not about these boxers are making these comments. You have ESPN writers.
Who cares what they think? They don't fight.
And you have ESPN. He had this Mexican ESPN writer that just put it out there and called that shit a tragedy, and that he just ripped off customers. And who answered to that Mexican ESPN sports writer first? Eddie Reynoso, then Alvarez, because and this is based out of Mexico ESPN. What is it called? The ESPN Villa Viata, whatever. They're not. Look, man. All I'm saying is people are not going to bite their tongue. People been knowing this shit for a minute, okay? And so I'm not biting my tongue, because eventually, you know what they're going to say? Myron Magnus, the industry going to say he a dickhead, but you know I'm not going to compromise. But it's going to be proof and facts that I said it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, here's what I see. Right. I see a man that's trying to win all the belts at one weight class, and that's what I see. I don't see nothing else. You can't blame him for who the champions are. The champions are the champions. You can't blame him for that. And the so-called, toughest competition up there lost his belt on the scale. That's not his fault either. That ain't his damn fault. He needs to stay more focused. So whoever has a belt, that's who he's fighting. Saunders is gonna
who are you talking
Benavidez, aka,
Well, I'm not even talking about.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah, but my point is before you get on, my point is,
why do you think they've been given? Don't you see the? Why do you think Canelo has been given these last 3 fighters?
They were champions.
Short training camps. So all these things connect. This is not nothing I'm making up. The last 3 Canelo fights, he's been given the opponent 5 to 6 weeks to train, no more.
Okay,
in one case, it was 4 weeks.
Okay, well, I'm gonna answer you like that. I'm gonna ask you like this to be very honest with you. It goes 2 ways, right? Number one, as a professional, you're supposed to be in shape. That's the first thing. Number 2, I don't agree with it. And then the final point is, I don't see anyone turning these fights down.
Who is your favorite fighter?
I don't have a favorite fighter, man.
Who is your most favorite fighter, man? Just come on. Is
Say
it McCallum, the Jamaican?
Him, Holyfield, and just Simon Brown. Go ahead.
Okay, they go do some research real quick and look at the biggest fights that he had, and tell me how often, find out how long he had to train for those.
That's just a complete waste of time. And I've been very honest with you. I said I don't agree with it, but I don't see anybody turning it down. And fighters are supposed to be in shape
because of
they're
the
supposed
money,
to stay in shape. Hey,
and it's
because
why
it's your because it's your livelihood and your career. You're not supposed to allow yourself to get that far out of shape. Where if you get a call and say you only have 2 weeks to train, you're saying, okay, I can't do that because I'm way out of shape. That's not the other fighter's fault. That's your fault. Stay in shape.
Okay.
That's actually the nature of the business.
That's awesome.
Because,
you should counter me. You should counter me on this and be against me because we all can be one way. I agree. Go ahead. I'm happy you took your position. Go ahead, Bob.
I mean, there was, in reference to Callum Smith, Eddie Hearn did say or hit that his man Callum Smith did have a chance to, be involved in a fight with Canelo Alvarez. So, whether it was like 4 or 5 weeks out or not, like he himself was like preparing for at least a fight, if not with Canelo, then have something set up in the interim, So in that case with Callum, I don't necessarily buy that. And also the thing with Sergey Kovalev in 2019, like people were kind of setting that up, but it almost goes to what you were saying about Canelo's knees. But still, you got if you other people know about it, these professional boxers know about it. So it's up to them to really prepare for Canelo and kind of be ready, be at 100%. Now the thing with Anthony Yildirim, that was just a giveaway fight, just straight up. It was a giveaway fight. But here in his next fight against Billy Joe Saunders, this is like you were saying, the legacy fight for Billy Joe Saunders. He's been waiting for this all his career. To this point, his biggest win is probably against Andy Lee. While his best performance was against
the Frenchman,
Lemieux, the biggest fight was against Andy Lee. So from that, I just feel like he says like, what, this is my opportunity. I didn't get it last year because of the whole lockdown thing. So right now, I'm back in this position. I got the fight that I wanted. I've been chasing guys like, Canelo and Golovkin for years and not gotten it. So I'm not going to slack around like I've been doing in some of these fights. I'm going to go all at it, balls to the wall, And I think that's going to be what's going to happen come May 8th.
I don't think he's been chasing them because I never heard of him making any offers to Canelo.
Yeah.
Have you?
I mean, I seen him.
This is the second time they were supposed to fight. They were supposed to fight
lawsuit.
May 2nd of 2020.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't think it was him that made the offer to fight. I think it was,
Oh, nah.
you know,
His
nah.
promoter.
Nah, he wasn't
Really?
in a position to make no offers at that
No, he's
point.
not.
Right.
It was Daz who was trying to put the thing together. If anything,
Right. So you can't really say he was chasing anything if his people, didn't make an offer or anything. Now,
what do you mean, his people?
His managers, or his promoters.
160 at first. Right? Am I
Right.
right? Source?
Yeah, it was supposed to be at 160.
Yes, and one WBO, Troy.
Right. But who made the offer to make that fight happen? Was it his people, or was it Canelo's people? That's my point.
Offer. We getting caught up in offers and stuff like that. That's where they want you to get caught on. The fact is, two sides. Okay. They both was under the zone. Okay, so if you want to say it's the zone who just say is making the offer, okay, that's just they both was fighting on the same platform, under the same network.
I mean, I guess it's
come on, man.
The way that the deal was constructed.
Okay, go ahead.
The way the deal is constructed, Canelo got like a minimum guarantee for every single fight, like a minimum of $30 million. So
yeah, he had a contract.
Yeah,
bingo. So there's no offer that needs to be made. Exactly.
So off of that, it goes to what the minimum would be for any opponent that he faces, whether it's Rocky Fielding or Danny Jacobs or
I got you.
Sergey Kovalev.
I got you now. Now can you tell me why that fight fell through?
What, the Saunders?
Yeah.
Canelo was running from him.
No.
Yes.
The thing was set.
No.
Canelo said out his own mouth, and De La Hoya said we don't like Canelo. We don't like Billy Joe Saunders' style. You want me to look that up? Go ahead. Y'all talk.
Didn't he get in trouble for drugs?
That was for Andre.
That was Andre. That was not Canelo.
Okay, and he got in trouble for slapping his woman or something.
Canelo got in trouble for drugs too, didn't he? So what's your point?
I don't. That was for tainted meat.
Okay, so one you give a pass, the other one you're not.
No, I'm not giving anybody a pass, but I don't recall anybody saying that they're running from the Billy Saunders. The dude don't stay in shape.
It is in fact that it's a fact. I'm gonna show you right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Alvarez and De La Hoya said no, we do not like Billy Joe Saunders' style. That was the
example. Yeah. Okay, I'm sure they said that.
They was pursuing a fight, and then they said no, we don't want Billy Joe. We don't like his style. Then, and
I agree with that.
That was a cover up. I believe that was a cover up because Canelo was having his knee that was problematic. And then in 2019, even Bob Arum came out and said Canelo was having issues, discomfort with the knee. In 2019, a year after the first one, and he got a second, cosmetic surgery on the knee. Come on, right. It's all documented. I'm gonna show you.
I get all that, but that doesn't say that he pulled out a fight or anything. I'm not doubting the fact of his knee. Everybody knows about his knee. If you watch him fight, he's a stalker. His feet are permanently planted to the canvas. But I tell you what he does have. Upper body movement. He has very good upper body movement. His feet aren't that good. He has very good, upper body movement. Now, if Billy Joe is a focused Billy Joe and he moves the whole night, then he could win the fight on points. He's going to get hit every now and then, but he's not going to really take any flush. But he's not anyone to fear. He's not anyone to fear. But yes, he has the skill to beat him. But who the hell's going to show up that night?
Yeah,
I think both fighters going to show up.
Yeah, both fighters are going to show up. But how is
this is a big fight for both.
I think how is Canelo going to approach this, because the movement of Billy Joe Saunders can be a definite problem. Now Canelo
he's going to cut off the ring.
A lot of strength. he's going to try to cut off the ring, but if he doesn't
No.
have that type of mobility,
He's going to try.
Exactly, he's gonna try.
Yeah, he's going to try. So, and that's the picture. Before.
I tell you how he beats Canelo.
And today.
I tell you how he beats Canelo, you know, boxing sauce and Myron. He has to get his respect early. He has to get his respect early, and then he could, and you know, and then he can box him. If he just tries to outbox him the whole fight, he's gonna walk him down. He's not gonna. He ain't because he ain't gonna stop him from coming in. Because as I stated, you know, he has that upper body movement, so you know he can slip those punches of Billy Joe. So he has to get his respect early.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about it too, is that you know Saunders could have or attempt to have a movement like you know Mayweather and try to you know throw lead hands, but the thing about it is Canelo has developed himself as a counter puncher, so you got to be careful with all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Not the fastest though.
No, but you know, timing is good.
Yeah, timing good
trumps speed.
Definitely versus a stationary fighter and fighter who's not disciplined, and a fighter who I believe is not there to win.
Who's not there to win?
I think a lot of fighters are.
I don't think so because you know I watched this last.
Never seen no layovers.
I watched this last couple of fights, and you know what he does?
Your years of fighting, all your years of watching and following the sport, you haven't seen many layovers?
What did you say?
You ever seen many guys who just lay over?
Of course I have. You know, it's part of the sport. I mean, of course I have. But
and I think Canelo's all I'm saying is I believe Canelo's had quite a few of those in his career. I don't think 1 minute Billy Joe Saunders is going to be that one.
I just think how he fights is he stalks you, but he stalks you with purpose. He attacks your body. He throws some vicious body shots, and he just pressures. And when he tried to jab him, that's when he used the upper body movement. He puts everything he has into them body shots. So you know, every time I hear they say that these dudes are quitting, they're not quitting. They're not quitting at all. They just got beat down by those body shots. They're not quitting. No.
In fight against Callum Smith. Yeah, I kind of felt like Callum Smith could have given a little bit more effort, but Canelo did the strategy of making sure that he hits something. It doesn't necessarily have to land in the face. It doesn't necessarily have to land in the body, but it has to hit something.
I don't think Callum Smith has the confidence that he could beat Canelo as I believe Billy Joe Saunders has.
I don't know about Saunders' confidence. Like I said, what's the last time that boys fought?
And Canelo
against Martin Murray. And
what year was that?
A couple of months ago.
That was December.
Damn.
Okay.
People keep saying that. And they don't even doing your research.
Yeah, probably because I just don't like the guy. You know, you want to throw chickens at black people. I don't like that.
It's no fight
throwing chickens at black folks, trying to set up
what's your reason that like Billy Joe?
Setting up folks to use drugs.
I like my chicken on a plate. You ain't got to throw that.
Oh no!
What you say? What you were saying, Boxersaurus?
I like my chicken on a plate. I said, you know, you ain't got to throw it at me.
So what
I ain't no damn.
Oh, you mean that little act they threw the chicken at Deontay Wilder?
Yeah.
Look, man. We ain't seen no video of that, and I don't give a damn. And we ain't talking about Wilder right now. For real,
no, we ain't never gonna mention him again because he's retired.
He threw a chicken leg at chicken leg Wilder.
A leg. He threw a whole chicken. He threw a Cornish hen at that bama.
Damn.
Don't make me think about that shit. That shit was funny. But hey, so okay. Boxersaurus. How do you see Billy Joe winning this fight?
I've said with Canelo Alvarez, you have to do something to, have him respect you. And particularly at 168, he's at the point where you're going to have to hit him and hit him with some emphasis for him to respect you. Otherwise, he's going to walk through everything that you have, whether you throw jabs or throw 1-2s and then try to get away. Sooner or later, he's going to catch up to you if you do that early. So try to, throw some things out there, get his respect, get the respect of the judges, and then after that, you'll have your energy left for the tail end of the fight so that you can, box your way through it. You don't have to necessarily try to get into a firefight against somebody that uses, his upper body strength and his torsos to, set up his punches. Like he has a very good offensive repertoire where he could throw a lot of feints. He could set you up with one shot and throw another. So your best bet is to, be as active as possible.
I don't think, believe it or not, I don't think. My belief is Canelo needs, because his front leg, he's orthodox in his front leg. We don't know how much pressure he can put on it or not. I think the punching power, and I've said this 100 times, his punching power is overrated. So I don't think he's going to knock out Billy Joe. I don't think Billy Joe is going to knock out him. I think this will become a race for points. Now, Billy Joe, I believe, will outpoint him throughout this fight. Will that, of course, get him the nod on the scoring cards? We know that's a different story. It's the same topic. It's not a different story. It's just going to be connected to the fight. But we know that's a whole different probability within itself, separate from what happens in the ring, I should say. But if the left knee is not strong, the left leg is not strong, which I show again pictures that it is not anymore, that's where quite a bit of his torque is going to come from. Because your torque and your power starts from the hips, legs, and up. From the legs, hips, and up. So if Billy Joe is moving constantly and constantly moving, I don't believe Canelo is going to be able to generate the necessary torque necessary to really generate the power to get Canelo out of there, like many popular and conforming media outlets or channels will say he can. So that's my stand on that. And I think Billy Joe, who whips lawns clean, he's already said, and Billy Joe said it, reiterated multiple times, I want an 8-week training camp for this fight. You know what I mean? I want a proper 8-week training camp, get ready for the fight. Billy Joe got what the previous 3 fighters did not get. So, again, I think this fight is 50-50. And we're going to have to see how this thing turns out. I like to see the mind games that Billy Joe is going to play, how he's going to nick and pick at Canelo, which he's already started today. He was in the interview, or a couple of days ago in the interview with Coogan Cassius. Peace out to IFL TV. And this is going to be interesting. But I do know, we all know, and it's documented with videos and everything, that this is the fight that Billy Joe's been waiting for a long time. And I do not believe he's going to squander the opportunity. And this is a fight that many people suspect that Canelo has been avoiding for quite a long time, for the last few years. And it's another time where it could be legacy forming for him. You know what I mean? Whether in positive or negative. I want to see pretty much a classic fight. I want to see a better fight than we saw against Golovkin. Okay, which they were good fights, but they weren't classics in my opinion. And I think this has the potential to be that. Again, I'm going to push boxing first and foremost. So I want a hell of a fucking fight for the fans. And um, I don't want no excuses, of course, from either side, which Canelo PR team understands that is something they don't do. Okay. They don't make excuses because they understand what that means and what that says to the boxing fans around the world and how the media will chomp on that and how it could easily be turned. And again, I give him a 50% chance of winning, and I give Billy Joe Saunders a 50% chance of winning. And let's see the next 2 months come up with great things we have to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Again, I just want to hear from you guys. Honestly, your pros and cons. What do you think Canelo got benefiting him besides superb upper body movement and great body punching in this fight, knowing he's on a bad leg? And what do Billy Joe Saunders has come into this fight, even though he hasn't been as active, and knowing he has weight issues, which he don't look far from his weight already right now as we see him.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
What are some of the intangibles and variables? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna say that as far as Canelo goes, he has a determination. I've yet to see anybody break his will. Ever. I've yet to see anybody break his will and make him take a step backwards. So I don't. That's actually one thing he has going for him. And two,
come on a set, main man, right now for me, real quick.
And
that if you want.
And on
Go ahead.
and on top of that,
My apologies.
he's reached a certain point in his career where he's instinctual. He doesn't really have to think too much when he's in there, so there's not that second or split second pause. He's very instinctual. Like he could slip punches without thinking about it and things like that because he's at that point in his career. So he does have he has very good eyes in there too.
Do you know? Remember, Billy Joe is southpaw.
Yeah. And also, he fights at a way that he understands his limitations, but he kind of makes them work for him. The way he puts his punches together, he'll jab, he'll act like he's gonna throw one to the body, then he'll come with like a straight right, and then he'll go to the body. When he goes to your body, that's when he, like Sauce says, he does a Georgie Benton thing. He'll hit you any damn place that's available, right? Any place, it doesn't matter. He's gonna hit you, right? Now Saunders, on the other hand, Saunders is at his best. He's a mover and he's a good boxer, but he can be shaken in there. What I mean by that, he can question his will can be questioned in there because even when he fought Eubanks and he was beating Eubanks started to come back in like the later rounds. And even the fight before this guy,
good point.
Murray or whoever, he was fighting a guy that was basically he was outmaneuvering him and outworking him, and he found something in him to stop that guy. I can't remember that fighter's name, but he was losing that damn fight. He was losing it, and you could Google the fight before whoever he just fought. He was losing the fight, and he had to pull that joint out. Whereas if he was focused, he could have just outboxed this guy, but he wasn't focused that night for whatever reason, and I think he said it. That's why the fight was so tough.
Yeah, and I think I agree. Do you think? I think he's been fight. I think he's just been waiting for the Canelo fight to been happening for all this time. And sometimes, when you don't use it, you lose it. To add on to your point, sometimes when you don't use it, you lose it. And if he been fighting a certain amount of fights and been dragged out by the Canelo team, and you might kind of lose that kind of instinct. But I think he's going to get it back very, very, very fucking quickly. And like I said, Main man, if you're late coming to the channel, peace and pugilism to you. Here's what I've been telling people, and here's what I've revealed. What the Canelo team is hiding, in my opinion, is that Canelo, and here's by the pictures, Canelo can't run, okay? Canelo can't run. And it's not pretty much hiding it. Here's Canelo 2018, look at the legs, okay? And of course the 18 prior to the knee injury, the 2 surgeries he also had to require. And then you look at Canelo Alvarez's legs now. Canelo don't run no more. He can't run. I believe he has a problematic knee, and it's been covered up for quite some time. And that's why I believe he's been avoiding Billy Joe Saunders and other mobile fighters or any fighters that put up any resistance. And I think the boxing industry, and I'm saying it right here, has been protecting Canelo Alvarez just because of the bag and his name. Now go ahead, chime in. Main man and Major Key is in the building.
What's good, brothers? What's good?
What's good? What's good? Y'all hear me out there? You hear me?
Yes, sir. Main man, do your fucking thing.
What's up? What's up, man? Salute to the panel. Salute to all of y'all, man. Salute to everybody on here tonight, man.
What's up?
Man, that's a good observation, man. That's a good observation you putting in there.
When's the last time you seen Canelo run?
I ain't seen him run in a minute. It has been a minute since we seen him. But you know, like you say, he had those surgeries, and he stays away from that style for a reason. Like you said, I mean, he don't have to. He always try to hide behind the excuse, something like, oh, it's not fan pleasing or fan friendly or nothing like that. He don't like that style. He don't like to have to work hard in that particular way.
Man. Okay, main man. My line when was and I don't mean to cut you off. One point I want to jump on. Was it not Canelo and or Oscar De La Hoya said we don't like Billy Joe. We don't want to fight Billy Joe because we don't like his style. Something they said like in 2018. Did they not say that?
I mean, they don't like Billy Joe. I don't know if they said that specifically about him. You would have to show me that.
They don't like his style of fight.
I know. I mean, he's been complaining about that style since Sergio Martinez, bro. That goes way back. I mean, 2012. He never liked that style. It's always been uncomfortable. Before it was about stamina with Canelo. Like he's always had a stamina issue. Always dated back to his younger days. You know what I'm saying? And then it developed into, of course, the knee issue that you see. And that's another reason for him to want to kind of stay away from it. But in this case, he forced towards it. But I hear you talking about Billy Joe, bro, but I don't really believe in Billy Joe like that. Billy Joe since 168, since being popped, ain't been Billy Joe. You know what I'm saying? Been Billy Slow. Billy Joe, I mean, of course, Martin Murray's and stuff like that. But come on, let's keep it 100. He got away from Andre. You know what I mean? He has not looked the same at 168 than he used to be at 160. You know, I've been looking at Billy Joe for a long time. A lot of good performances, up and down performances. I thought it was a little too close with the dude Akavar when he fought that in that fight. But then you turn around, you see him and David Lemieux, he looking good. It's up and down with him. You know what I'm saying? And since being popped, it's been, to me, he ain't looked nothing like he used to look. And Canelo see that. So when we say Billy Joe gonna be mobile like that, and you think he's gonna be overly mobile, maybe. You did, and we don't know how long, what type of shape, what type of condition. Billy Joe a lunchbox. You don't know where he be doing. Like sometimes he in shape, he ready to go, and sometimes he ain't. So it just, I don't know, bro. I'm leaning towards Canelo all day.
I'm 50-50. I'm betting on both of them though.
Nah, I think Canelo. I mean, we'll see. Canelo, the more active fighter, he's staying active. We'll see how he took no damage against Avni Yodrum, and he ain't really took no damage and pretty much not no major damage in his last couple fights. So
exactly 3
fresh, yeah. So he good.
He took none against Kovalev, and don't you think that's my point? Don't you think that's odd?
What you mean? Now, I mean, he fought a lot of styles that were kind of tailor-made for him in his last few fights. The Kovalev fight was, I mean, come on, man. 2 months coming off of a 12-round grueling fight with Anthony Yard, and then he catch Kovalev coming off that, not even giving him a full camp. That wasn't Kovalev. Knowing Kovalev like to mess with that vodka. I mean, Canelo get a lot of inside information, bro. You could tell how he pick his fights. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, he caught Kovalev in a situation. Callum Smith style is tailor-made. A tall, rangy fighter with no pop like that. Tailor-made for him. Canelo get up under them punches, ain't got to hunt him down. He there all night. Body easy to hit. Rocky Fielding. Who's that again? Rocky Fielding? Yeah, well, easy work. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, those styles were tailor-made for Canelo. But an Andre style, you feel me? Who else we got out there? A Charlo style, athletic, slick. That's something we want to see. We'll see though. I believe Canelo gonna give us those fights eventually, just not right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Gotcha. Major Key.
He going for history, man.
Yeah, true, man. So first and foremost, shout out to main man Boxing Source. Wagwan Troy. Everything good, brother? All right, Troy fell asleep.
Yeah,
salute to you, man. Salute, Major Key. Salute to you.
Yeah, what's up, Major Key, man?
Troy might be making a dish.
Yeah, man. Boxing Logic, man. What you got, a Philly or a Dutch? What you doing right there? You know what I'm saying? Like what's really good? Oh, really? Okay, that's good. That's good. We'll stick to that. We'll stick to that story. But anyway, no. Look, man. I know. You pointed out something good as far as like you know, the running and all that. Like, so he can't run, but let's not forget that he's gonna cut off the ring and run his fist through the person's face or through their rib cage. You know what I'm saying? So that's where he's running things. You know what I mean? And you know, he just gave us, like, honestly speaking, man. I know a lot of people doubted that he was going to do, you know, or he was doubted for trying to become undisputed, but obviously he's trying to do that. He already said it. I made again my video that you've seen with yourself, Myron, like going on 4 months ago, talking about Canelo cherry picking ? Is basically saying the same shit that was gonna come to fruition, which is everybody gonna say, oh, he's picking a bum, you know what I'm saying, and this and that. When all of this happened, and he gave us an extra fight by fighting in February, because he normally only fights in May, and in what do you call it, in September, you know what I'm saying? So he gave us this extra fight, you know what I mean? And then and now he just wanted to get it out the way. Now he's still going to give us an undisputed for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna fall back though, because I got a call coming in. But go ahead, y'all.
All right, champ.
Hey, bro, I just don't think his leg. I mean, I see what you're saying about his legs. I just think Billy Joe, though, man. I just, if he gonna be in there moving at 168, can he move for all 12? See, Laura, it took Laura. That's what got Canelo back in that fight. When Laura slowed down at about rounds 7 and 8, that's when Canelo started to get back in that fight. And I don't see Billy Joe being able to even out move, even with Canelo with a sore leg for that long. That's just me.
What if we might be thinking Billy Joe going to move more than we think he's going to move? I mean, you can be elusive and still be standing in front of your fighter.
Do you think that he has that type of defense though, to slip and block like that?
Yeah, from what we've seen in the past.
Hey,
not from what we've seen at 68 though, Bo.
My bad.
His punch output is much more than Canelo on average.
My bad. I had to answer a call real quick, and that shit lowers the volume. Did somebody address what I said or not?
No, we didn't.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna fall back and just listen so I can catch up.
All right. Let me step in here and make my comment. But before I do, I gotta ask you a question, Myron. What kind of bad boy panel you have here, man? You have the made man, you have Major Keys, you have a man like Sauce. You have a next man named No, man, you have a next man named Logic. Logic they found this
what the odds going on here, boy?
And then you left the deputy alive, which is me. You should have shot the deputy, but you left him alive.
Jamaica. We're not in no Troy Graham in Jamaica.
Okay,
he original $10.
Nah, all right. Well, you know what I think is gonna happen. Really, I got a question about his stamina too. I didn't mention that Saunders. Because like I said, if
stamina though,
we honestly, the way he fights, the way he fights, I don't see him gassing out, because usually he sets the pace. But If he's fighting Saunders, then he's gonna have to stalk him. But he's still not really moving at a fast pace. He's slowly walking him down. Whereas
Right.
Saunders is doing most of the moving. It ain't Canelo. So how's he gonna hold up from the constant pressure there, Mr. Myron, aka
Canelo
Logic?
don't put, I never seen Canelo put like the intense pressure on a fighter like that. He will move forward, but it's not like he's coming at you like a Tasmanian devil. So that's where maybe I'm little.
He's
Man,
efficient with his movement and how he approaches his fighters, though. But the thing is like said before, many of the fighters that he's faced in the past, from Kovalev to Rocky Fielding and Abney Yildirim and Callum Smith, they pretty much been there for him to hit.
Right.
But if there's somebody that is not going to stand there, then yeah, he's going to have some issues. It's just once he does get to his opponent, how is he going to really touch him? And that's the thing. He just breaks down his opponents, whether they move a lot or they don't. It's like one way or another, he's going to catch them, and when he catch them, that's when he makes those people pay.
Yeah, I think he's gonna hunt Billy down eventually. Yeah, I just don't got the belief in Billy Joe Saunders. Not no 168 version. No way. You know what I mean? To stay away from Canelo for 12 rounds, and Billy Joe got to put combination punching. He haven't been showing the pop at the weight class. It's just he don't show that he got the tools to me to keep Canelo away from him for all 12. Just don't have it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Edward Stevenson. Billy Joe do not have the power to stop Canelo. I agree, but I don't think Canelo got the power to. I believe it's going to be a 12-round fight. That's what I believe. So, Edward Stevens, I agree with you. I don't think Canelo's going to be able to stop Billy Joe.
I want to see how Billy going to eat them body shots. He gonna have to deal with that left hook to the liver. You know what I mean? I want to see how he eat them jumps.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's if he's just there to take a whole bunch of them. I don't think Billy Joe's going to be running in the fight. I just think he's going to be, savvy maneuvering and gaining angles and position. And that's what, remember, Floyd Mayweather said. You got to come at him with angles. But other fighters, the last three fighters never came at it with angles. They stood dead in front of him.
I must say this though,
Joe Saunders
everything sounds
has the ability
easy.
to fight in angles, especially being a southpaw.
Everything sounds easy when it comes to Canelo, bro. But Canelo keeps coming forward and breaking you down, and so that's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest here. Like, there's some great European fighters stand up to a great Mexican fighter. You know what I'm saying?
That's a question too.
Yeah, and that's all I got to say. I'm because I got to time off real quick. But listen, Myron, I wanted to invite you, bro. Just hit me up through email, majorkeyboxing@gmail. Troy, you can do the same. Any of you you can do the same. But I got an interview on Monday, and I want everybody to come in and get a couple questions in. You know what I'm saying, and shit like that, one-on-one. I'm not gonna reveal the source yet. You know what I mean? Because we already talked about it on the phone. But you know what I'm saying?
Sure, right? Okay.
Yeah, but I definitely want people to chop it up and make your names known, because this person by themselves, which does something different in boxing, but it's still in the boxing scene, has over 300 some thousand subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So obviously they're doing something right. So I would love to get everybody to know this person and what they're trying to do. And so that's one thing I wanted to just mention to you, bro. All right.
All right, bet, man. One love. Appreciate it. I'll be there.
Sure.
I'll connect. I'll
For sure.
All day. All right, easy.
Okay. So, Canelo getting knocked out, bro. Canelo getting stopped. Y'all all quiet. I'm telling you.
I'm over here sharing, so that's why I'm quiet.
Canelo's going to lose. I'm betting. I'm putting money on Billy. I can't wait to see what the spread going to be. What do you think the spread going to be on something like this, man?
I think Canelo gonna go in this joint a heavy favorite, man. I mean, I can see a good, I don't know, at least minus 700 going into this fight. You know
So
what I'm
that means
saying?
if
Minimum.
I bet 100, I would get 7 back.
No, you're gonna have to bet 7 just to get 100 back. You know what I'm saying? Probably more than that.
I mean on Billy Joe.
Oh no, I think Billy Joe gonna be plus good. I don't know. It depends on what
If I bet
he gonna be.
Billy Joe, what would I get back?
Depends on what the odds final. I mean, settle it. But I can see it. It all depends. I ain't checked it today, but I can see him about at least a plus 400-500 at least. He gonna be the underdog, bro. I don't see the betting going nowhere near. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere near towards Billy Joe. I just don't see it.
That's what I'm saying. So if it's 4 or 5,
matter of fact,
I bet 100, I get 400 or 500 back.
I'm about to check that. I'm about to check that right now because
So if that's the case, that means if I bet 100, I get 400 or 500 back.
I just checked this jump Sunday, bro. I just covered this.
You helping me understand something? Billy Joe's plus 400 or 500. So if I bet 100, I'm gonna get 400 or 500 back.
Yes.
That's where it's going.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's if you think Billy Joe gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bet probably some money on Canelo too to leverage hedge the bet.
I'm about to see what I'm about to check these lines right now, champ.
Me too. Hey, Myron, man, you said he's gonna knock out. You said he's gonna knock out Canelo.
No.
Okay.
No, I believe he's going to.
I'm about to say we could do something right now. If you think that's the case, he gonna knock out Canelo.
I think it's going to the decision. That shit just came out. I was trying to wake y'all up.
Oh yeah, because I was.
But you know what, bro? It's gonna be when he plus 400.
Yeah, Saunders plus 400.
Billy Joe.
That could change. But that's too early. But that can change coming towards.
I knew he was gonna be around somewhere up in there. That's probably gonna get better. Who knows?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just gonna put $100 on Billy Joe.
Yeah, man. Because I was gonna bet you like a crab cake sandwich and some chicken wings from the soul food spot in B-more called Sweet Peas with a Z.
You don't mention sweet peas quite a bit.
That's right.
I want some of that lemon ginger chicken you made or fish.
Okay, that's easy actually.
Where's Lisa Bales? Lisa Bales is not out tonight. She must be with the hubby doing her thing. But that's all.
Hey man, what you think about that Pacquiao Mikey Garcia news, man?
Not surprised.
They about to fight.
I mean, Mikey talking about something they about to finalize it in the next few days or something like that. We'll just gotta wait and see. But he's talking like they're doing it for May.
It makes sense. Pacquiao going back to his roots, fighting the Mexicans.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Mexicans love Pacquiao. That's going to be a big money fight. He would have to fight somebody like Mikey to get the money he wants.
I'm like, given the actions of like the past year, because you had Mikey Garcia, he was able to get, like I keep saying, he gets $7 million to fight freaking Jesse Vargas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like in the contender spot for the WBA. But when they had the thing for first the regular title was vacant, and it looked like he could have fought for the regular title, but he didn't. So that's why Yordenis Ugas fought like, the 6th ranked fighter in the rankings. Now Pacquiao doesn't even have a belt, so it really doesn't matter, who he fights, because that's why when Pacquiao, if he said he was going to come back and he had the title, he would have had to fight Ugas, either Ugas or a unification. So with him being stripped, he wasn't fighting Ugas, and it wasn't going to be a unification. So there's nowhere else for him to, go unless if he just fights Mikey Garcia.
Right. And they've been talking about this. Go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say, it's a cool fight. It's a cool little fight. It ain't the first preference, but it's a cool little fight. But
I agree.
The thing is, though, if he'd have kept that WBA super, remember the WBA super ain't technically got no mandatories. It's only when the WBA see fit. They would have probably let Pacquiao milk that as long as he wanted. I'm still a little like, why did they take that belt from him? I'm still confused on that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it could have been to get him out of the way. I don't know if it was to get him out of the way of Ugas, because they could have designated anybody as a mandatory.
Well, for Spence and Ugas.
It's Spence, but the thing is like he was kind of named the champion in recess because, like, his last fight was against Keith Thurman. So with being a champion in recess, their rules are, if he comes back and wants to have that title, then he would have to face a WBA regular champ or be in a unification. So with him not doing that, that's why they end up stripping him.
But I thought, okay, well, as the super, they don't have a mandatory at all.
Well,
There is no mandatory.
There kind of is, but their rule is that you know how mandatories are usually every 12 months?
Right.
For a super champ, it's every 18 months.
18 months, right? They decide it's going to be it was going to be Ugas if it came to that.
Yeah, after Ugas won, that belt,
right?
So,
yeah, that regular championship.
The WBA regular belt was vacant before they stripped Pacquiao. So,
that's why boxing's supposed to be on here, because he know all that nit and gritty shit.
It's just, I don't know, man. I just, with Pacquiao, the WBA, they may would have did the Ugas thing. They might would have got around it. I just, I don't know, man. But with the Mikey fight on his own, I would prefer other fights. I just did something sits in me wrong. The fact that Pacquiao went to the Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia's fight, right? He, I guess, supposed to fought the winner, but instead he walking away fighting, and he I get it. He beat Keith Thurman, so you can't crap on him too much. But the fact is, he still ain't fighting the winner of that situation. And we already knew that he wanted to go in there and fight Mikey Garcia anyway, man. And on top of that, but you can't be too harsh, man, because it's Manny Pacquiao, right?
Thurman, he don't want those problems.
But I can say, I can say this, right? I can say this, right? Main man. When it comes to him fighting Mikey's a Mexican. And he has a huge audience.
Yeah,
who does Spence have?
I think it came
but that shit doesn't do nothing for the boxing fan, bro. We want to see the Bex fights.
Well,
I don't give a damn about that.
And also, I'm still pissed that Spence for not fighting Crawford, so I don't really give a damn how Spence.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like that money lineup
came down to money and the least threat in the ring, and that's
well. I just find it crazy that Mikey Garcia said a while ago that the two fights that he wanted the most were Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao, and he was able to get. Well, he almost is about to get both of those fights.
Right.
No, TV's
You're right. Facts. Mikey moved. Mikey got Earl Spence, and he ain't done nothing else at welterweight, and he going back, and they talking about a Pacquiao fight. It just, I understand this. It might make business sense for Pacquiao, but it's like I say, from a boxing fan standpoint, that ain't what I want to see first.
It's not fair.
I got a question for y'all.
It's not fair to the other fighters. I feel you 100%, man.
It ain't fair to the fans, but I got a question for y'all. Let's just say Pacquiao stops Mikey. What does that say about Spencer's power? He out, huh?
Say that again.
I could say a lot about Spence.
Okay, what I'm saying is, if Pacquiao stops Mikey Garcia, what does that say about Spence? Spence's, a punching power we keep hearing about. He threw like 1,000 punches at the boy, couldn't stop him, and Pacquiao, who's a smaller man, stops him.
Well, if you did with hypotheticals,
right?
I don't see Pacquiao stopping Mikey Garcia, but that's how I feel on that.
Yeah, I can't feel sorry for Spence for not getting the Pacquiao fight. To hell with him. Go fight Crawford and shut up. I don't want to hear a damn thing about him.
That fight's not going to happen anytime soon.
I know it's not. No, never. Never.
We might not only see. You got to be honest. In my opinion, we only going to see probably Pacquiao fight one or two more times. You got to be looking at it like that.
I don't know, Mo. But the answer, what you saying about power? I think Spence is a powerful fighter. I just think he has a certain kind of style in which he uses his power. He's not a say knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a Deontay Wilder, but he's a beat you up, wind you down, grind you down. Even if you don't get knocked out, the next week of your life is gonna be a nightmare because he gonna beat you up. You know what I'm saying? Right. His power, he got respectable power. Ain't nobody walking in the front door on Earl Spence Jr. You know what I mean? I think his power is solidified.
Right.
Like an example of that was his fight against Lamont Peterson. Like he beat Peterson down in that fight. Like
he did. Peterson was shot when he fought him, man. He wasn't.
I don't think Peterson didn't even want to fight him, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah, Peterson he looked like a warrior in that fight, man. He took it. He dropped his belt and took that fight.
Yeah, and Peterson was never like a welterweight to begin with. He was never no welterweight.
Huh?
Can I think Garcia is ever a welterweight? Danny, that is.
Danny Garcia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Going by today's standards, he's pretty much he filled out to be a welterweight.
They both started at 140, right? Or Peterson.
But Pete
got an issue.
Yeah, but Pete never filled out. He never did.
I thought he
could
have won that last fight.
Yeah, I thought his passion more so for I think honestly Peterson's passion for the sport is what left him soon, and I think it was his coaching and everything that kept him as long as they did. Being he from DC.
That Lipinets fight, man! Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that fight. I hate that fight, man.
Yeah, definitely. He is.
How you doing, Buck?
That's Barry Hunter that kept him in there.
Brian, what's good, man?
Oh, what's good, guys? I just want to say something quick. Then I'm going to sleep. It's 4:13 a.m. here, so yeah, I haven't slept. Okay, I haven't slept in a day, so just want to say something quick. Manny Pacquiao was meant to fight Conor McGregor for an easy money fight. That fell through. So Mikey Garcia.
Yeah.
So when you think of it that way, it must make the most financial sense that this fight is happening.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because that's what it is. It's a financial grab at this late stage of his career. So I don't think trying to dig into why other fights ain't happening. Why Manny Pacquiao ain't fighting anybody else. That's just the meat and potatoes of the situation. He was meant to fight Conor McGregor, get a lot of money for it. That fight fell through because Conor got beat in his last fight. This is the situation we're in now. So if he's going to make most money from Mikey Garcia, that's what he's going to do.
And see, and what you say is absolutely one, and nobody can't even say nothing. That's the crazy thing about Pacquiao. If that's what he want to do, that's what he deserved to do. If he want to do it, he can do it. But as a boxing fan, just as a fan from a boxing fan standpoint, that wouldn't just be the first pick I would want to see. But ain't nobody gonna question him. Ain't nobody gonna diss him. Ain't nobody gonna question it whatsoever. But damn, I wish we could have got something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that as a boxing fan. I just like to thank Byron for having me on.
No problem.
Have a good one, guys. I just wanted to put my 2 cents into that one.
Absolutely.
Good night,
peace, guys. We about to be finishing up anyway. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a day tomorrow. It's 11:15 here, 4 a.m. where you at. I'm going to have a lot more talks like this. I'm about to put up a lot of videos on this subject, particularly Canelo and Saunders. But when the finalization come from Pacquiao and Mikey, I have my bit to chop in on that as well. I'm just happy to see this fight particularly because I'm going with the underdog, and he's been wanting it for so long. And like I said, I'm calling it 50-50 fight. I'm calling it 50-50. If you want, maybe 55-45. Of course, in Canelo's favor, of course, due to the politics of the boxing world. But I think it's as close as if Billy Joe, his motivation is this is the fight he's been waiting for, and his motivation is there, like it was for a Lemieux, then I'm putting money on Billy Joe. That's all I have to say about that. That's my last comments on the situation.
I have to see how the numbers moving on it. if he becomes a bigger underdog than currently right now, then yeah, I'll put down on him.
Yeah, I'm with you there. If that go up a little bit higher, I think I'd be willing to take a risk. You know, I mean, you just never know. I mean, you just never know. Canelo,
right?
you just never know. You just never know. But I want to say though, man. Yeah, but I want to say, fam, thank you for having me, man. Thank you for letting me on the panel, man, to rock out with you, man. You know, you fam.
You on the panel, you welcome on the panel anytime. What you talking like that for, man?
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. You know, it's like that on the other side as well. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah.
Man. Oh, I got both of you here. Boxer Source knows. Boxer Source is in 5109, main man.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
What, the gym?
The building.
Oh, okay, okay.
By the Skyline.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Boxer Source working the Skyline Towers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna chop it up.
Yeah, so you're closer than you actually realize. And I just ran into him last week. I'm like, hold up, you look familiar. Yeah, I work in the so the Department of Justice.
Oh, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. We'll chop it up.
All of us are right there anyway. I think that's fun.
Yep.
But all right, fellas, man, I'm cutting it out, man. It's late.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, Jack.
Motherfuckers ready to sleep. Peace and pugilism to the main man people. Subscribe to main man boxing. Subscribe to Boxing Source.
Peace and pugilism, folks.
Peace and pugilism. You want to see your finest, nice yard dishes from the yard. Check out Mama T's Kitchen, whatever the hell you calling it. What's it called, Troy?
It's Troy Graham, but it's called Foodie After Dark. It's on my page, Troy Graham, and it's under Foodie After Dark.
So I need that stewed chicken recipe then, man. I need some stewed chicken, some rice and peas, you know.
Hey, I ain't got no problem. Just between me and you.
Did you see my last comment on the last video you posted earlier today?
Yeah. You know, you didn't see the comment I made, but yeah, thank you. Yeah.
What comment you made?
I made a comment under there, man. I agree with you, man. I got some white plates. I could have.
Yeah,
it would have looked better on the white plate.
The color contrast, baby. It's a better.
Hey. Well, it's a learning. It's it's a learning process. You know.
Presentation, homie.
Right. You know, hey man, you know, somebody wiser than me once said the largest room in the world is room for improvement. So that's all right.
Damn right.
And now look here, Boxing Sauce, before we jump off here, since you work at where you say you work again, Boxing Sauce?
We don't need to disclose where you work.
Okay, good. But since you work there, let me tell you something. I'm looking for a thick government worker, man, to go spend some time with Boxing Sauce.
You don't work for the government.
Hey.
He don't work for the government. It's just
I don't give a damn. That's all I had tonight.
There's still some thick. I was gonna go in, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
He doesn't personally work for the government, but the area district is a lot of government contractors.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just the main area is the Department of Justice, but he don't work for the government per se.
A Boxing Sauce. Remember the last time? Remember how I caught Kirk with that? You know, Kirk from Counterpunch Boxing.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. He was like, "Oh man."
All right, I'm gonna be up for a while. I gotta get up till 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Think about the next dish because I'm gonna get my butt up there, man, and I want that daggone fish.
Actually, I'm on this thing now with broccoli and chicken and shrimp and broccoli and things like that. So
you made salmon. What was that? The lemon ginger salmon?
That salmon I made, I don't even have a name for it. I used garlic.
The dish you made for your son.
Hey.
Oh, my son's teacher. Yeah, that was lemon ginger, salmon, and shrimp.
Lemon ginger.
And I made and I made some turmeric rice for his teacher. Right.
Oh man,
that's what I want.
I don't know if Troy can make like Savannah red rice.
I'll bring the meat. You just make the dish.
Yeah, I can do that, and I can do that. But I tell you what, I need some customers, man. I spoke to Brother Jones. I want to go to DC every other weekend, man, and cook for like some corporate people so I can make some money that way. And then the first week of the month, I want to knock the same thing out over here in Baltimore. I want to start working for some corporations now, man, so I can make some money and save. Cause it's time for me to go travel, man, and get married in the next couple of years, man. That's
Yeah,
actually
you
what I
better,
want to
man.
do.
You better. Wait,
That's
how
what
you
I
gonna
want.
come down to DC and you said make some dishes for who? Some corporate people? You
Corporate,
make
man, because you can get hired by certain companies to cater or whatever the case may be. You just
true,
have to,
true, true.
yeah, yeah.
All right, you gotta make the right connections.
That's what that's that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. But all right, brothers, I am going to go to
You know how to
sleep.
make you know how to make food on a scale like that. It's different than making it just for a family and
I
making
could
it for 100 people. Say,
I could I could tell you that the most I ever cooked for 150.
okay,
Yeah,
and as
and the
long as you
least
don't
I ever
lose
cooked
any
for was 30.
you don't lose no no quality of food of the taste.
Nah, because I got a certain way of measuring. I got a certain way of measuring and of cleaning the meat and all
Of
that.
course,
That's really the secret of good cooking, man, is how you clean your meat, and then everything
Yep.
else kind of falls into place.
really. Okay,
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
okay, that's gravy. I ain't look at it like that or know that.
Now
All
I
right,
got a
then that's
gram.
enough. You're making me hungry right now. I'm about to go ahead and get some of this salmon, tuna, salmon and albacore. I mixed up and
Okay.
made.
I used to make salmon cakes with that, man. I used to make salmon cakes with that. Yeah.
Salmons,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a
I tell you,
pescatarian by nature, so
Whew.
my
I
favorite.
tell you what I
Well,
want to
fish.
do though, Myron. I want to work on some. I want to work on some hemp. Some hemp ice cream.
Hemp. Nah, man, just give me my
Ooh.
rum fucking raisin. I don't even care for no actual hemp ice cream. Rum
Yeah.
raisin.
Okay. I meant to say ganja ice cream, but I don't know if I get away with that. So yeah.
So cat's gonna be getting high and fat at the same time. Okay, that's the
Mm.
end of this. I'm already trying to lose this extra 10 pounds for the summer come.
Yeah, feel you. Otherwise, I would have said. Otherwise, I would have said we try to make some rum cakes.
Oh my lord, rum raisin.
Last last time I did that for my coworkers, man, they were like, "Look, man, we can't even drive home now."
Man,
So yeah.
so that's why you gonna be on vacation when you get that stuff. I don't. Well, I'm gone though. Yeah, well, I'm on someplace else for a minute. Then yeah, then cleanse out before you come back. But that's
All
the
right. Well,
end of the show tonight, people. Go ahead.
yeah. Okay. It's the last thing I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna tell you a secret, man. I make a pineapple upside down rum cake. The secret is you soak the pineapples overnight in rum and sugar,
You know,
and then you put the mix
if your
in and let it
pineapple
cook.
look,
Hmm.
you said something that was is probably nobody's gonna make a better upside down pineapple cake than the Lyles.
Yeah.
Ain't
I gotta
nobody.
meet that person.
It's
I gotta
nobody
meet him.
making a better. Nobody make a better upside down cake than Gloria Lyles, or
I
should I
gotta
say
meet him.
Gloria Howard right now. Ain't no
Oh,
the greatest the upside down cake made in the world. And then Emmanuel Young, you know what I mean. But nobody make a better upside down cake than my aunt and uncle.
I believe you, man, because
She
I'm
sell
still
no,
testing
she been
myself.
selling them for years.
I
They you
believe you then.
they oh my god, dude. I mean, if it's any my family got some dope. I got some amazing cooks in my family. Um, but if one of the joints that we make that's like that shit is like legendary in the DMV, is my aunt's upside down pineapple cake. Now she got a lot of
Mm,
shits banging, but I'm talking about this upside down pineapple cake. They perfected that shit probably like 20 years ago, Slim.
mm,
Yeah, and
mm,
all it's just like so. I've been tasting up one of my favorite cakes of all,
mm-hmm.
top three favorite: German chocolate, upside down pineapple, and you can maybe toss in a good ass rum cake. But upside down, my aunt's upside down pineapple. My aunt and uncle's upside down for years. Every holiday season, she'd have like 300 orders.
Woo-hoo. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay then.
in the DMV. You know, in that, and she be banging. I mean, killing them. I mean, they for 20 years, she was doing that shit. At least 20 years making a cake. I know at least 15 years of selling them.
She got to rent a kitchen then or something to fill all the
She
big
should have been
orders.
had a freaking restaurant. And my uncle Emmanuel. And my uncle Emmanuel has a culinary degree. They should have been had
Yeah.
a kitchen together. And she's always wanted a restaurant. But she also had sickle cell for all her life. So she always
Oh,
that
okay.
got in her way.
Yeah, that's understandable. But yeah, that's a wow, man. That's a good story, man. I hope when you write your book about your family, you put all that in there, man. It's a good story.
There's a lot of stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the cooking is banging. I mean, oh man. Upside down pineapple is making me think I'm gonna have to have her call her and make her make a special order.
Yeah,
It's
we got a
like
lot of
they see. But yo,
we got,
it's Troy, you come down there, man, you taste this upside down. Look, yeah. It's like
I,
too
I could
sweet.
only do I could only do a little bit of it, man, unless she makes it with honey for me. So yeah, 'cause I don't do sugar. So yeah, I don't do
Man,
sugar at all.
I think I've been on her. She's been on more like healthy alternative. But I mean, this
Yeah.
upside down pineapple cake. Their upside down pineapple cake is straight crack. I mean,
Hey,
and it's thousands of people in the DMV that attest to that shit because she sold so many of those motherfuckers. I
all
mean,
right now.
rich, too rich for your own. I mean, rich, bro. I mean, it's like, oh my god, like one of those shits where you have one, you eat half the fucking cake before you realize, like, Jesus Christ, I need to stop. No, I swear to look,
Yeah.
boy, on my grandma's life, bro. I'll buy two of them, and I'll eat half of one of them. The very soon as I get my hands, I'll buy two. I'm like, all right, make me two. I got you. You know what I mean? 40. Slim. I ate half a fucking cake in a fucking day, bro. The shit's supposed to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, within a few hours of just getting it, and I started eating one, and it's like it's addicting like that, and you gotta get
Yeah.
what it's
Yeah.
that this cake she's been making for the longest. It's just addicting like that. You just like, God damn, you eat it and you finishing up, and you like, you, you gotta go get another slice, and before you know it, you know what I mean. The first slice was big. You know what I mean? Then you just got to get another one. You say, okay, I'm going to cut it a little bit thinner. And then the next one, you're like, oh, this was a little bit thinner. But that should have been like a motherfucking a third or half of the cake. Because it's just, you can't stop eating that shit once you start. It's like, and you fucked up after it. You be sick as because you're like,
Nah,
oh my God. You won't even eat dinner.
yeah, that sounds like my aunt. It sounds like my aunt G from Jamaica. I used to go to. I used to spend all my summers in Jamaica, and she would always make me, like, say when I was leaving, rum cake, but she would make two on purpose because she said I was greedy. So she would always make me two. And
Yeah.
when I say it was a rum cake, she soaked them for 2 days. 2 days.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's fucking great. That's
yeah,
awesome.
man.
Now, mind you, wherever she put her hands on is dope. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
she's by far the her and my Uncle Emmanuel, by far the best. Because I mean, I guess after all this time, she's never had to have a job. Because her husband, rest in peace, Uncle Joe passed a long time ago. He's always had a great job, great income. She's always been a housewife. So her specialty has always been just cooking. And that's what you're dealing with all my life. That's all I've known. She's never worked, but she's always cooked and perfected. And she has a cookbook, you know what I mean, that she's built and perfected. her own recipes. Wherever she touched, that shit is like gold, bro. Anything you make, and you just, that's why all Thanksgivings has been in her house for priority for the last 25 years.
Yeah, I might have to hit you up about one of them cookbooks, man.
Yeah, you holler at her. All of them are there at her house. You know, she has like a monopoly on where Thanksgiving is going to be at in my family. You know what I mean? We sometimes it'll be at a different house, sometimes at a different house. And at the end of the day, we like, why we just do this shit at Gloria's? You know what I mean? You be like, no, you know, because she might do like majority of the dishes, and we might people bring other dishes. It become a potluck, but it's a potluck built around what she's already the major dishes that you know she's going to say, I do these. Y'all just bring this. The other dishes that different people in the family have like one dish that they've mastered. Like this, they good. Like my mom, great at making macaroni. The macaroni cheese, my mom can lock that down. You know what I mean? So okay, Jackie, you can make the macaroni. You feel me? But then, you know what I mean? And this and this and that and that. Well, also my Uncle Tommy, dope. You know what I mean? Uncle Pierre, dope. The best, besides her, the best cooks in my family are the men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like in my family, kind of.
Yeah, since my grandmother don't cook no more. She ain't passed. She just don't cook no more. And then Gloria, then it's the men. We hold it down because I kick ass too up behind it on the stove because it's all imagination. We got plenty of that. So that's what cooking really is, down to imagination, and
right.
How your palate is.
Right. It all comes down to imagination, man. You know, my grandmother and her sisters, they were the top ones. They lived into their late 90s and they passed away. Now it's my auntie and my mom and them. I got a bunch of cousins. I got one who lives near you. She the seafood lover cousin. She can cook. She can cook, boy. Yeah, she can really cook. She's been promising me some food for years now. I tell that Bam I ain't talking to you though.
Real yo, man. Yeah. And that's what we had that. I had that discussion with her like 5 years ago. I was like, Aunt Gloria. I was like, why do you never ask? Well, I said, and I asked her the question like, Aunt Gloria, how come you ain't never start a restaurant? She said, Myron, I always wanted to. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, why did you do it? And that's what the sickle cell was the first thing out of her mouth. And so that's what I was like, I was just, because of the sickle cell, it always made me afraid of, not starting a restaurant because
getting weak.
The unpredictability of her health. So, she always had to go to Johns Hopkins Hospital, for all her stuff. You know what I mean? Which is in Baltimore, of course. So,
all the way from DC, huh?
Yeah, she would go she go all the way to Johns Hopkins for her care.
Yeah. I would think she would go to Georgetown or something, but now.
No, Johns Hopkins, I guess, specialized. That's one of their specialties is the sickle cell.
Yeah. Oh,
I've
yeah.
actually drove down to Baltimore. Our family have drove down to Baltimore. It was years back where she was in Johns Hopkins. We had to drive down there in order to see her, and that was years ago.
That's right. That's right. They are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, that is one of their specialties.
Sickle cell is one of their specialties.
Yeah, that and stealing people's cells. Yeah. No, but you heard that story? You heard this story about that woman? I can't think of her name right now. Say that again, man.
Henrietta Lacks.
Yeah.
Henrietta Lacks. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Henrietta.
Yeah.
Well, that's well, I shouldn't say that, but anyway, yeah, Henrietta Lacks.
Right. Kind of like she had the fountain of youth in her cells.
Yeah. I know all about that. It was her blood type.
Yeah, which was very rare.
That's my family's blood type.
Yeah, that's Stories always hurt my heart, man. They always hurt my heart. 'Cause, yeah.
Yeah, it was her blood type. And so that was my
Mm.
family's blood type. So people be looking at me like about family, how we age so gracefully.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
you see my mom, you think she was my bigger sister.
You know what I get with my
Yeah,
mother? Well, I don't.
she's close to 70.
Yeah. Every time I go out with my mother, people be like, "Oh, you have such a pretty wife." I'm like, "No, no, I do not. No, I
Yeah.
do not. Really. That's my mama." And my father. And my father was standing right there laughing and not saying nothing. I'm like, "You gonna step in here and tell them that she's not?" He's like, "Man,
Yeah.
no, that's
Here,
your." I'm like, "Okay." And she just keep playing it up. Ever since I was 17, I look older than my mother.
yeah, my mom was always been like looked as my big sister growing up. I mean, even though she's 18 years older than me, but but
Same thing here,
yeah, but growing up was always like your big sister. I'm like, no,
man.
that's my mom. You know,
Man,
but my
I
grandmother
used,
don't look her age.
yeah, it's the same thing with mine when she passed. Everybody thought she was 60. She was 94.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the end of the show. We went way on a tangent on food and Henrietta Lacks and John Hopkins and particular diseases that's that are curable or
Mm-hmm.
that due to blood and shit. Oh,
Once it came back to boxing, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go get
Yeah,
knocked out.
man. Yeah, I gotta check out, man. Peace and pugilism, all of y'all, man.
yeah, we all gotta check out, man. Peace and peace. Let's go get a good night's sleep. I'm coming back
Yeah.
tomorrow because I got something good to talk about.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
You too. I want some of that fish.
I'll take care of it one day.
Bet. Peace and pugilism, people. It's Myron Magnus, Boxing Logics United.